Our vision is to be the benchmark in the chemicals industry. We want to be seen as the example in that industry. Our concrete goal is to have 0 incidents involving SABIC transport. And leading in that industry means that we will go further than the law if that is needed to reach our goal. SABIC is one of the biggest chemical companies in this world. We are transporting more than 40 million tons of chemicals over this planet and more than 14 million tons in Europe, both from our plants and imported from the Middle East. Extra challenge is, of course, that we are active in all modalities: rail, road, shipping, pipelines and storage. And of course, it concerns dangerous goods. We measure our incidents conform the European standard, the Cefic definition. In 2007, we had 4 of those incidents. We managed to go down every year, and in 2010 we reached 0. It really makes clear that our vision requires a long-term commitment to get there and to stay there. It also makes clear that we really had to take the director's role in the supply chain to create commitment and to really make sure that our logistics service providers supported our policy. The right people, the right technology and the right attitude are the key elements in the transformation we went through.
We see our service providers as an integral part of our supply chain. We source on quality, and for that purpose we have developed minimum requirements for all our transport modalities. Not because somebody told us, but because we see this as our responsibility. And this is the culture we also want to develop within our service providers. On a regular basis, we organize safety days for all our service providers across all modalities. The purpose of this day is to share best practices on safety and to stimulate out-of-the-box thinking. Last year, we invited an independent aviation expert that guided us through the process the aviation industry went through to become as safe as they are now. Many of our policies are setting new trends in the industry, and we gradually see that some of our policies are being implemented by the peers in the industry.
For SABIC, it is very important to have a good relationship with the government. In the transport chain, we identify problems and discuss them proactively with the government in order to make certain that laws and regulations get better. Society is concerned about the safety of the transport of dangerous goods. It is important to have open and transparent communication with your local stakeholders, the neighbors. In doing so, we create an atmosphere of mutual understanding. From time to time, we invite them to our site to discuss the problems they might have with our transports.
SABIC is the first in the chemical industry to set the commitment to responsible care as a mandatory requirement in its road haulage contracts. It is a great and challenging step forward in becoming the safest and most sustainable supply chain in the industry. Although this is a long-term process, we already see significant changes in behavior and cooperation with our logistics service providers. SABIC has developed a very strict rail safety policy which goes beyond legislation. The policy contains 3 main elements: crash buffers, a kind of airbags for rail tank cars, silent brakes, which reduce the noise on the environment, and an age restriction. Where the industry has a common practice of 40 to 50 years, we do not allow our rail tank cars to be older than 20 years. The severe rail accident in Barendrecht near Rotterdam unfortunately showed that our rail safety policy is effective. At the collision, the crash buffers absorbed enough energy to avoid a product release from the rail tank cars. With several passenger trains passing by, including the international train from Brussels to Amsterdam, an inferno could be prevented. An incident like the burning ethanol wagon at Cefic, the Netherlands, could have been prevented if the wagon would have been equipped with crash buffers. This also clearly shows that in the end, safety cannot be a commercial issue, but it is a joint responsibility of the partners in the supply chain.
We, SABIC, feel responsible and we do care.